What's up guys, this is Shan Heather and today we are going to talk about the Acer Swift 3 Ultrabook laptop with 10th generation Intel Core processor. So we are going to talk about its design, build quality, performance, display, features and all of its pros and cons. But before we start, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get the notification for future uploads, and if you would like to stay in touch with me on my social media accounts, then the links are given in the description below. Now first of all, let's start with the unboxing. Inside the retail box of Acer Swift 3, you will find the power adapter and the charging cable. The Acer Swift 3 laptop, along with some user manual, quick start guide and the warranty card. Just like any other laptop, Acer Swift 3 also comes with lots of different configuration and hardware specs. The one we got here is a 2020 model running on Intel Core i7 10th gen processor along with Intel Iris Plus graphics. We got 16GB RAM, 512GB SSD storage, out of which the user available memory is 431GB, and the device runs on Windows 10 Home. Talking about the design and build quality, Acer Swift 3 2020 comes in a magnesium alloy chassis. It weighs less than 1.2 kg, so it is very easy to carry and handle, and the matte finished magnesium body feels good too while operating this device. The matte finished body of Acer Swift 3 does a very good job in hiding the fingerprints and smudges all over the body of the device, and the color scheme also helps in hiding any kind of dust and dirt on the body of Acer Swift 3. The build quality is pretty nice. The chassis is strong and durable. The thickness is 15.95 mm. It's not super slim, but the good part is that it brings enough space to accommodate few of the most necessary ports and slots. Both left and right side of the device we got some slots and ports about which we will talk after a while. There is a huge notch provided on the front lip, but still you will have to use two hands to open the lid of Acer Swift 3 here. The touchpad is huge. We got a fingerprint sensor on the right side, right below the keyboard, and the screen can be rotated up to 180 degrees. At the bottom you will find the ventilation grill, two tiny downward firing speakers, and some rubber strip to provide better grip and slight elevation for better ventilation. There are also exhaust and ventilation grills provided on the hinge, and there is enough space between the screen panel and those ventilation grills to avoid the heating of the display panel. Talking about the connectivity, Acer Swift 3 comes with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0. On the left hand side we got the charging port and HDMI port. There is a USB 3.1 Type A port, and right next to it we got a Thunderbolt 3 Type C port that you can also use for charging the Swift 3 and connecting external display to the device. On the right hand side we got the audio jack, a USB 2.0 port, some notification LED lights and a Kensington lock slot. So when it comes to slots and ports, we got plenty of options on Swift 3 here. The only missing thing is the lack of a memory card reader. But this is not a big deal for majority of the people, and rest of the provided slots and ports compensate it. And when it comes to performance, Acer Swift 3 does a very nice job as well, thanks to the hardware we got on the device. In our benchmarking test, it scored pretty good points considering the segment and the price range under which this device is available, and also in the daily usage there was no issue at all. So you will be able to do your regular web browsing, office work, video streaming, working on the documents, etc. without feeling any lag or issues. Of course, this device is not designed for the gaming, but still you will be able to play few low-end games on this device with good graphics quality and frame rates. Another good thing about the performance of Acer Swift 3 2020 is that the device is extremely silent. Only in very rare cases you will notice the sound of the fan, and the device does not heat at all. Even in the extreme cases like running the benchmarking test, playing games or working on very heavy documents, The performance of thermal is very nice and you will not feel any heating issue at all. The battery life is pretty nice as well. It's nowhere close to the claimed 16 hours of battery life, but depending on how you use your laptop, you will get around 8 hours of battery life easily on this device. It comes with 65-watt charger and it charges the battery fully nearly in 1.5 hours, and as I have mentioned earlier, you can even use the USB Type-C port to charge the battery of Acer Swift 3. The performance of the fingerprint sensor is quite nice. It's fast, accurate and works perfectly most of the time. Talking about the display, we got a 13.5-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD screen. So the screen resolution is pretty high and the viewing experience is going to be very nice on Swift 3. The viewing angles are nice and the screen is bright enough to be used indoors and outdoors as well. We got a glossy screen here, so it reflects a lot, and I would personally prefer a matte finished screen, especially because the display we got here is not even a touch screen. Another good thing is that there is no screen flickering or the PWM effect, so you can use it for hours without feeling any discomfort, headache, etc. that usually happens because of the screen flickering. It is one of the very few laptops in this price segment that comes with a 3:2 aspect ratio display. So even though it is not so great for watching movies, etc., the 3:2 aspect ratio is very nice for rest of the things like web browsing, working on the documents and any other kind of activities. Now talking about the typing experience, this is one of the downside of Acer Swift 3 because of its keyboard. It comes with a 10 keyless keyboard with good amount of space between the keys. The keyboard is backlit and we got 3 levels of brightness for the keyboard backlighting. But the biggest problem here is the color scheme. The combination of silver keys and the white backlighting makes it very difficult to read and distinguish between the keys. Doesn't matter if the keyboard backlighting is on or off. Especially at some particular angles, it is very hard to recognize and distinguish between the keys, and it affects the typing experience negatively on this device for sure. The key travel is good enough and provide a nice feedback and feels good while typing. The touchpad is pretty nice. It is big and very spacious in both length and width. It works pretty well with daily usage and recognizing the gestures you are using on it, and the clicks are quite smooth and work perfectly as well. The speaker performance is not that great, it's not loud enough, and since it is downward firing, the position also reduces the audio output. Overall, Acer Swift 3 is one of the best Ultrabook laptop available in this price segment. When it comes to performance, it is quite impressive. The battery life is pretty nice as well. The build quality and design is also very good. The magnesium alloy chassis is quite strong, it's very lightweight. The 13.5-inch Full HD Plus screen is sharp, bright, and the 3:2 aspect ratio is great for various purposes except watching movies. It comes with lots of slots and ports for the connectivity purpose, and the only downside of Acer Swift 3 is its keyboard. But if you can ignore that part, then every other thing is pretty impressive of Acer Swift 3. So that's all for now friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for future uploads. And I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.